Welcome back to the show. As always, I'm your driver, Spencer. Sitting shotgun is Breck. And this week, we're the podcast asking the important questions like, are all shadows spooky scary? Is every reunion good? And who are these hellhoundlair.com guys? This is Be Afraid of the Dark.
Oh, baby. We had a lot of fun with these two.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness, did we have a lot of fun. Look, so here's the thing. We're going to get into this. We'll wait a little bit, but I think the episode that I might have liked more of these two might surprise people.
Yeah, and it's not the one you think.
It's not the one you think. Anyway, jumping right into our first episode of this week, Season 1, Episode 16, Shadow. Written by Eric Kripke, directed by Kim Manners, which means it's a plot episode. And boy, is it. Yeah. This is a cool one.
This is a fun one.
It's the most maybe emotional moment of the season for me thus far.
Mm-hmm, for sure.
In terms of like pure empathy and connection, and that's the end of the episode.
Yes.
I really found myself very moved by it, and I did not remember this episode. I didn't hardly remember this episode at all.
Yeah. It took me halfway into the episode to kind of even vaguely remember what was going on here.
Yeah. Good times rediscovering television. I'm really not as familiar with the second half of the season. I remember the next episode more as we got into it. But anyway, starting with our cold open ghost voice.
Ghost voice, yeah.
This show loves various ghost voices.
What is her name? Oh, what was her name?
Meredith. Yeah. My exact note is a ghost voice.
Alleyway ASMR.
What?
Yeah, you know what ASMR is.
Yes, I didn't catch one word of what you said.
Meredith, I'm doing alleyway ASMR as I'm chasing you. No?
Gotcha.
Man.
My exact note was a ghost voice in an alley, moving shadow. Oh, I'm thinking we're back. This is a cool cold open as the disembodied shadow chases her through an alleyway.
And it's the smokiest, mistiest,
yeah, very
foggiest,
early,
goes unfathomably hard on the shadows in this.
It sure does. And then she gets to her apartment. She thinks she's safe. She locks the door. Checks her answering machine.
Oh, yeah. I have a note about the answering machine. Don't worry.
Which is very, very funny.
I just miss an answering. And the best part is it's not like even like, it's not the plot important answering machine of like, we didn't listen to this message in time. It's just her checking her messages.
Yeah, it's just that there's an answering machine,
and she's
which is
so
funny.
2000s baddie.
Yeah.
Too. Like 2000s bartender baddie with like her cool like sideswept bangs and her.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with her.
Truly.
She's who I wanted to be.
We get this really pretty good kill in this episode, this cold open where the shadow stabs her in the back and there's a good blood splatter while she's in shadow. It's a good, well set up thing.
Very fun blood splatter in this one.
Yeah, I like that quite a bit. Then we move straight into Sam and Dean on the case, not wasting any time with them hearing about it and having to argue about whether it's real or not. They get out of the Impala in jumpsuits, which Dean is very frustrated by.
It's so funny.
Pretending to be maintenance men, or working for the security company.
We're working for the security company. You're like, for sure.
But there's a funny exchange wherein Dean is like, Dad and I got along just fine without these costumes. It was such a waste of hard-earned money. And Sam goes, whose? He goes, ours. You think credit card fraud's easy? A good line.
And he's right.
Yeah, they get in. We have our
old... Sorry, wait, this just makes me laugh. Sam's looking at the newspaper of the crime, and the newspapers have decided to nickname this, whatever is the creature in this, the stealth killer, which is the laziest piece of journalism I have ever heard in my life.
It's also just funny because there's only been 2 killings.
And they're like, stealth killer hits again. And you're like, there's 2.
For the second time?
The police haven't even figured that out yet. Like,
yeah.
It's really funny.
So fun stuff happens there. Sam and Dean get there. We have our old timer. The old timer just kind of breaks down the fact that nothing was broken. There's no rational way. They had to cut their way into the apartment.
Yes.
So how did this happen? They're confused. They're looking around. She goes on her way, and they pull out their sci-fi contraptions.
I love it.
EMF readers and whatever the hell they're using. Always makes me laugh. Oh, and it's important to note, the heart was missing.
Yes.
So that kind of is the hint for where it's going. And then, go ahead.
And they also bring up that it could have been a werewolf. And then Dean even brings up, it could be a werewolf. And Sam's like, nah, that's not the full moon. And you're like, oh.
We'll get that.
We got classical werewolves in here, huh?
We'll get that werewolf eventually.
I don't even remember when, but we do.
I don't remember. But anyway, Dean is clocking a smart move here in that he gets some tape and he figures out that the blood drips have created this symbol. It's kind of like a circle with a nice little like two arching
Yeah, it kind of looks
arms.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I have no way to describe
I can't draw. So one of my notes is Dean does be getting numbers, and I don't remember what that is.
It's because I have Dean seduced a cop for info because he's talking about
phone numbers.
She's a Sagittarius. And
Well,
blah, blah, blah,
I'm talking about the bartender.
Oh, also the bartender.
Yeah, because he gets he's like, I'm offended. I'm a professional. He has the phone number.
He's ridiculous.
And then Sam is frustrated. They're not talking about the case. Gets a funny line here, which. You mind doing a little bit of thinking with your upstairs brain?
Dean is so great.
Good stuff.
I love when they have to solve an urban case too. I love that they're in like an urban like cool bar this time and not like their usual like roadhouse.
Very rarely do they go to the big city. It only happens a couple times.
It's really fun for me. I don't know why I like it so much, but it's just change of pace.
Exactly.
Usually they're stuck in the middle of nowhere and or a suburb, and now they're like, we got to go visit the apartment building. It's just kind of funny. They seem deeply out of place.
Yeah. They get interrupted by Meg, the return of Meg. The Meganing, the Meg 2, the electric boogaloo.
Yes.
Anyway, so Meg does not care for Dean. We find that out very quickly.
She also references meeting Chad Michael Murray.
Yes, which is
the most 2005. We've 2005 too close to the sun.
It's so random. They do that. Dean is really pissed. Meg does not like him. He's so confused. Which is a funny older brother, very Dean thing.
It's so funny. The exact line I have is, okay, awkward.
Yeah.
I'm going to go get a drink now. Like,
And then I like that Sam pretty immediately, this episode wastes no time. Mm-hmm. Sam pretty immediately gets bad vibes about Meg.
Yeah, he follows the thread.
And it doesn't even feel like it's like his ESP, his psychic abilities. It's more just him being smart. So I dig that. I like that Sam catches onto this pretty quick.
Agree.
And then Dean gives a funny line because of that, which is, maybe you're thinking a little bit too much with your upstairs brain, huh?
Like Dean is totally, and then the follow-up to that is them deciding to split up, and he's like, okay, Dean, you go do some research, I'll go follow Meg. And Dean goes, all right, you little pervert.
He's like chuckling about it.
I'm like, why are you so invested in this, Dean? It makes me laugh.
It rules. It's very fun. We get, Sam goes off and he's outside Meg's apartment. He's looking up, seeing her change, and there's a knock on the window, and it's just some random walker by going, pervert.
The best is you can see that this person, the lady who does this, is also with somebody, and she's like, honey, hold on, I have to go yell at this pervert.
Yeah. It's
pervert.
It's really funny. Then Meg goes to leave. Sam, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say that this is when Dean calls him and he says that he's found out that it's a Zoroastrian symbol.
Yeah.
Which is older than Christ.
Yeah,
so,
by 2,000 years.
By 2,000 years. And that the creature that Dean thinks they're dealing with is a deva. And then Sam is like, wow, you did all of this? And he's like, you're not the only one that can push books.
Yeah.
I also did call Dad's friend.
Yeah, it's funny. It's
really funny. But
anyway, Sam tails Meg to her weird abandoned warehouse filled with mannequins for some reason.
You know how it is.
And we get great Sam climbing as he climbs up an elevator shaft, the perfect thing to be climbing
Very
up.
Precarious.
I'm very into elevator shaft climbing. And then Meg has now been caught in the act. She's making her weird blood call out of her bowl. She has an altar set up, and Sam overhears her talk about how this is, he believes the thing that killed their mom is coming to Chicago.
Yep.
That's the belief at this point.
God forbid women do anything,
Meg leaves, Sam gets up, and he moves the altar, and he sees the same symbol they found, and he's very confused. Move along, and Sam and Dean Sam walks into the apartment or the hotel, which is, it's not a motel this time. It seems, it appears to be like a hotel.
Leveling up. Are there motels in the middle of the city?
I'm sure. Well, yeah. I mean, a motel is just like a low key. Maybe it is still a motel.
It's a motor hotel, first of all, where you get to drive your car.
Okay, sure.
I'm screwing with you.
Anyway,
dude, I gotta talk to you.
Yeah, both of them say, dude, I gotta talk to you at the same time.
I love when they talk in unison.
Yeah, Sam.
It's one of my favorites.
Sam beats him to it and essentially explains what he found with Meg, and that potentially the thing that killed their mom is coming.
Mm-hmm.
And then what did Dean find again?
Dean finds out that both of the victims are from Lawrence.
Lawrence, yes. So, which is a cool, creepy detail. I love when the puzzle starts to come together and you're like, oh, something's taunting with us.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm into that. That's cool.
It's very fun. It's, again, spooky. And I don't know if I think I pointed this out when you were watching it, but also I believe the canonical reason that they're from Lawrence is because it is the like pretty much as close to the exact geographic center of the country as you can be.
Which is so cool.
It's a fun little detail. They always I love that it basically makes it like they're always spreading out across the rest of the country. They're pretty equidistant from everywhere they go.
Yeah.
So
I like that a lot. Dean calls their dad, essentially tells him, like, look, we think we found the thing. It's going to be in Chicago. We're going to go fight it. Get here if you can. Get here as fast as you can. I really enjoy that. And then Sam comes in with everything they own, all of their weapons.
He's like, I cleaned up the trunk.
Yeah, so they start going through it, and we have what is just a really great conversation between them, which is Dean realizing Sam wants to go back to school and wants to leave again. And then you find out Dean's hope is that they can be a family again. It can be like it was. And Sam just breaks and was like, it's never going to be like it was.
It's really, and they're lying to each other about being nervous, about possibly being able to kill the thing. And
I mean, they're opening up, and then Dean gives this great reaction. He's, I don't want you to leave the second this thing's over, Sam. And that breaks my heart.
It's the exact line he has after that you just referenced is, you and me and Dad, I want us to be together again. I want us to be a family again.
This is a character that is just like, he's desperate for family and connection. Like, he's the one that cares the most about that. And it's really, I mean, he's
abandonment issues as a person.
Yeah, he's scared to lose the little tiny bit he has left in life. And I think it's good character work. So then they go along, they try to spring a trap on Meg and come to find out it's a reverse trap. And Meg has trapped them.
And they also, the best of this is actually them watching her, and they're both like, their faces are like Scooby-Dooing around
the elevator shaft. Like, what's going on?
Ridiculous.
They climb up, they get the shotguns out, they check her.
I love any up close shot of them holding guns, like kind of.
Yeah.
It's hard to explain, but I guess like kind of just below the barrel, like looking up at them.
Yeah.
Almost. I don't know what it is about those shots that itch my brain, but
they're great shots.
They're great.
This happens. She's like, "Why don't you come out, boys? This sneaking around is so awkward." Whatever.
Yeah, or childish.
Whatever.
She's great.
And
Meg forever.
And we find out she is the one who has trapped and bound this shadow monster.
The Deva.
I'm not saying that. And she sicks it on him. It knocks him out. We get this great shot where Sam falls on his face and scratches his face and good bloody stuff. He's knocked out. They wake up and they're tied together.
Yes.
They're not together, but they're tied up together.
And they're yelling at Meg, and we get a great line from Meg, which is, "Baby, I've killed a lot more for a lot less." And you're like, "Oh!"
Yeah. I mean, they're essentially like almost pandering to her emotion. You killed those innocent people just to lure us, and she's like, "Baby, I've killed a lot more for a lot less." And then they find out it's actually she's doing this to lure John in because. And this is very obvious based on the entirety of the season. This is just at this point reiterating that theme that Sam and Dean are John's one weakness.
Yes.
He'll sacrifice anything and anybody except his boys.
And the yellow-eyed demon, or I mean, whoever is Meg's boss, I don't know who Meg's boss is. Her father is clearly scared, which I think is more great building of John Winchester is a force of nature, bro.
I wouldn't even say scared. Just, I mean, she admits it. This is the thing. Dean is really believing that his father. Dean is still the little kid who believes his dad's indestructible, right? And John, up till this point, John is a legend in the hunting world.
Yes.
And this Dean, even Meg says it. She's like, oh, he's pretty good, but he has one weakness. It's you two, and we're exploiting that. Really good. And so Dean kind of, I don't think, is all that stressed in this moment. He's like, oh, John, my dad could beat up your dad. Is the energy here?
And I love too that when they're trying to kind of distract her and talk to her while they're trying to escape. Also, because she kind of is like sexually assaulting Dean here, or Sam here, which is not great.
It's gross. Yeah, the kissing on Sam is gross. Now, mind you, Sam uses it immediately to his advantage.
Sam's like immediately like, okay.
Which the thing that I love about this is that Sam is doing that to distract Meg.
Yes.
Meg catches Dean trying to cut free. She goes back to Sam. And she asks him, she's like, were you just doing that to distract me? He's like, no, I have a knife of my own. And he headbutts her, rips
great.
Out. They get out.
Yeah. But she also has this great line, which I love too, because again, the first time we see Meg, she's used as kind of a foil for Sam. Like, she's used as someone who's also rejecting her family and
Yeah.
feeling like she's trying to do her own thing. And then, she has her blood call at the end of that episode and is like, yes, father, blah, blah, blah. So, she has this great line of, I'm doing this for the same reasons you do what you do. Loyalty, love, which I think is, chef's kiss.
It's
I love
great.
It.
Yeah, like a double distraction into some character moments built in. It's good writing. It's good staging. You know, it's like they've managed to keep them in a good like area, and they're and the reveal that the monsters are not shadow monsters, they're just invisible, and all you can see is the shadows is really
So
creepy.
spooky.
I hate the idea that something's invisible in an area. That's what makes the Invisible Man movie so scary.
Oh yeah, I don't.
The most recent one.
It makes me so scared.
So double distraction. Also, I wrote this, and this is not exactly true because we find out a little later that this was part of the plan, but Sam destroys the altar, setting this monster, we think, free. And man, do monsters hate being bound to do between this and the Reaper, it's like, oh boy, do not do this.
Come here. No, I'm not going to do anything. Come here.
Yeah, so they get this great moment where they turn on Meg and they rip her out of the window and throw her, and it's awesome.
And she falls incredibly dramatically, and
it's so cool.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I'm super into it. Anyway,
I love it.
They get out thinking not necessarily won because it was a trap. They were believing they've survived.
Yes.
They get back to their hotel room, and I like this exchange they have outside the door where Dean's like, "Why'd you bring all that stuff?" And Sam's like, "Better safe than sorry," because they've had a night, dude. They're both beaten up and bloodied.
He's like, "I'm not leaving all our stuff in the car."
Yeah, it's really good. They open the door, and Dean immediately, "Hey, who are you?" In it. Silhouetted in the window, which I think is interesting. That silhouette is similar to the one standing over Sam's crib.
Absolutely.
So it's a good little parallel there and a good little fake out there.
Mm-hmm.
And what turns around is John. And it's the first time we've seen Jeffrey Dean Morgan, Jensen Ackles, and Jared Padalecki on screen together.
They're having a mug off is what they're doing. They're all just sitting there like, hold on, we're serving together.
They really, okay, what's the part of this like exchange wherein, okay, we'll do this after. We'll talk about this first. We have found out that John got to the scene right as she took the swan dive, and this is a great moment of writing that really breaks my heart. Is he's like, I'm assuming that was the bad guy, thinking, oh, was it a victim you guys couldn't save? And they're like, they both in unison, yes sir,
yes sir,
and it's just so sad.
I literally have yes sir in unison. Ugh.
Yeah, mine is them both saying yes sir, God.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, it's something about that yes sir immediate. Oh.
He says he thinks he's found a way to kill this thing, not exercise it and send it back to hell, kill it.
Yes.
And they ask how, and they're still teasing us, and they just give I'm working on it.
I know what it is.
So do I, but we won't spoil that.
We shan't say it. Also,
yeah.
I realized that in this scene, since it's the first time that John and Sam have seen each other, and a couple episodes, it's been 6 months since Jess passed away. So I'm going to say it's been almost a year.
It's been almost 5 years.
And so it's been almost 5 years. And I realized that now that, Sam is probably like 22, 23, I was like, oh my God, he must have looked like a baby the last time. And I am not one to be sympathetic to John Winchester by any means. If John Winchester has no haters, I'm dead. But there's something really just ultra depressing to me of like the last time I saw Sam, he saw Sam, he probably still had baby fat and like little chubby baby face, and like just was like not like still gangly and looked like a puppy, and now he's just like this grown man. Yeah, it's really depressing to think about to me.
I mean that's the part that is the most tragic to me, is the reuniting of them and that hug of both of them kind of maybe not apologize, maybe they do say I'm sorry, but just that moment of connection of, I think Sam understands his dad way more now.
100%.
Having lost Jess the same way John lost Mary. I think it's he's got a lot more sympathy for John.
Agree.
And everything he's gone through up till this point. I mean, leading to here is such a big moment, right? All these moments where Sam's like, I'm still angry at him, but I miss him. I want to find him. I want him to be okay. It's really good stuff.
Yeah. They really nail how complicated grief is.
Yes.
And how
this show does that incredibly. Like, I think this season in particular, could be summed up on a family who couldn't let something go. In the dangers of that. How many times they almost die, how messed up their lives are. It's really good. I'm into it.
Yeah, it's this whole series is a cautionary tale about letting grief fester into just this sick open wound. For sure.
And, okay, so this episode's been very heavy. We find out it's a reverse trap.
Yes.
And Meg was hoping this would happen. The shadow monsters attack. and they're losing. They're gonna die.
We get really epic Winchester throwing around with an extra Winchester.
True. With a third Winchester in the same scene getting tossed and yoinked.
Just
I'm super
yeeted,
into it. Yeah. Sam thinks so quick on his feet. I'm really into that as him as a character. I mean, they all do at some point, but Sam, I mean, there's the very famous Stone Cold, I'm just going to say it, reverse exorcism that you'll get to later.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
It's like Sam is very, throughout the series, very like, I got it. And he just, on his feet, figures it out. So he lights a flare.
My baby.
The monsters are stunned. They can't do anything. They get out, and Dean makes the heartbreaking realization that we make Dad weaker. We have to split up again.
Yeah. We
and
have
it's so
to.
sad.
We just put each other in danger. We just put Dad in danger, and he's finally getting close to the thing we've tried to do for 20 years.
Yeah, and Dean is going to put the mission first above himself. But honestly, he's also doing it, I think, to protect Sam.
Yes,
also, he's
agree.
like, we'll get in the way, we'll die, and then Dad will die, and nothing will change.
Yeah.
So they book it, get on their way. John drives off in a sick-ass truck. And
John manages to find a good car.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Like it just because it's. Just,
I think that was his truck, baby.
Oh,
because he had to get there somehow.
I know, but I mean, like he basically says later that obviously he gave the Impala to Dean.
Yeah.
So I just think it's fun that he was still like, well, I'm not like leveling.
Oh, he's not
down.
slumming it. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah. He gets away. They get away. Meg walks up and she looks all angry. End of episode.
Yes.
Really good one. This is a really good episode.
And I love the punch of like, because they show Meg like dead. They show her with like blood pooling.
Yeah,
you
Sam
think
and Dean,
she's just been like a human.
Yeah. Well, no. Oh, that's true. Yeah, because they don't show her black eyes in the other episode too.
Yes,
they show her,
we haven't seen her with black eyes at all. So we're still not sure if she's even a demon or what she's doing. So
true.
Clearly,
I hadn't thought about that. Yeah.
So clearly, we can at least surmise that she's been possessed at this point or has some kind of demonic power
she survived
going on.
something that's impossible to survive.
Yes.
Is that very cool? I'm into this. This episode's great. Anything we missed before we jump on to our next segment?
I don't think so. Nope. Don't think so.
Yeah, I think this episode looks good. Specifically, some of the interior stuff looks really good. In the set deck and stuff is all as good as always. Anyway,
I need my industrial loft full of demonic shit.
Not my favorite last shot of an episode, but that's fine.
No, it's
I'm partial to a car driving away as the last shot of a
which is
episode.
the seminal shot of the show. But it's also great to have that lingering like Meg thought that she had this in the bag and she didn't.
Yeah. Okay. Best line. What do you got?
You and me and Dad. I want us to be together again. I want us to be a family again.
Tragic. Great line. I mean, it's a great thesis of Dean's character.
Mm-hmm.
For me, the best line is, "Baby, I've killed a lot more for a lot less."
And you're like, oh.
It's scary. It's like that's a very dark thing to say to somebody.
Yeah. No, Meg is. I just think she's cool.
Yeah. Only one death.
Only one death, so we only have one to nominate.
Yep, which is
still pretty kick-ass.
Oh, the cold. Oh, I'm anything with a blood splatter. I'm in. So the cold
we
open
love
kill.
A blood splatter.
Our kill counter remains at 4-7.
Yes.
Nobody got a kill here, so good stuff.
We did litigate this, guys, because I argued that maybe Sam did kill the Davis, and then we realized he just sent them away.
It's the same as like not counting Meg dying.
Yeah.
Because it's like technically she would have died there, but didn't count.
No.
Anyway,
should our first merch be "We Love a Blood Splatter"?
If we ever get merch, sure.
You guys want merch? I know you guys want merch.
Okay, next episode. All right, season 1, episode 17, Hell House, written by Trey Calloway, directed by Chris Long.
Yo, shout out to my homies here,
guys. When I say that I cannot believe this episode is the one I prefer to more of these two.
But
I loved this mofo.
We just had I don't know. We laugh out loud a lot at Supernatural, but I think this episode had us pretty consistently dying.
That writer's room went, we just put you through something. Here's a little treat.
Here's a treat.
And they
will have a prank war, and you will have a fun little creature.
And it's especially fun for us because it's set in Richardson, Texas, which is close to where both of us grew up.
It's very close to where both of us grew up, and it does make me laugh a little bit.
We spent a lot of time in Richardson.
It does not.
No, Richardson does not live like that. Look like that.
They're like, Texas, the woods, eh? And you're like, well,
not really.
I mean, the creek looks like that, but no. Yeah. But anyways, it makes us laugh.
We our cold open in this one I really like.
It's great.
We get a good introduction to classic setup. Creepy cabin out in the woods. Teenagers breaking in where they shouldn't be. Symbols all over the walls, which I'm a sucker for. I love a symbol.
Lots of great symbols.
And then the cherry on top of that setup is the main teenager piece of shit is named Thurston. Dude's name is literally Thurston, guys.
Biblically accurate, weird Texan name.
It's crazy.
Also, we get more like a friend of a friend. My cousin told me this story.
This one really plays with urban legends.
Yes.
But we get a great line as they go into the root cellar, which is where the supposed horrors take place.
Where they say, the ghost Mordecai Murdoch or whatever.
Yeah, it's Mordecai Murdoch, yeah.
Which is definitely the name of a ghost, for
sure. For sure. But there's this great line where one of them goes, "Oh, look, it's the evil root cellar where Satan cans all his vegetables." It's hilarious. Yeah.
It's great. And I also have the note, girls in this show are saddled with shit boyfriends.
Terrible boyfriends.
Like, what? This poor girl is the only girl in this group with her doofus boyfriend who's like, she's like, "Can we hold hands?" And he's like, "You want me to hold something else?" And she's like, okay. Yeah,
well, we get a great trope here too, where the something's behind me, right? That trope where he's goofing off and there's a woman hung behind him.
Yes, a woman hanging,
harangadang. So she's behind him. They freak out. That's our cold open. It's a good cold open. It's fun.
It's really fun. I also love that the teens are saying candy asses because no one calls anyone candy asses anymore.
Well, also it's important to note that the myth here that they believe that they're selling these people, the friends on, Thurston is selling his friends on, is that this ghost only kills women.
Yes.
Because the Mordecai lost his mind and killed his daughters, and so now he's forced to live in this house forever and kill all the women that come in by hanging them in the root cellar.
Casual misogyny,
Yeah, a misogynist ghost. We love to see it.
The real monster of all is misogyny.
Yes. So that happens. They find the body. They scream. We are in the car as they're driving to Richardson, Texas, not really thinking this is much, or Dean doesn't really think this is much of anything.
Yeah. He's like, we're in East Texas. There's nothing to do.
And Sam's like, well, I read about it on this website. And Dean goes, what was it called? And just let me get hellhoundlair.com.
Hellhoundslair.com.
Whatever. We are so back,
We're
bro.
back in ways we've never been back before.
Unbelievable.
Also, Dean pranking Sam with the spoon in his mouth and then whipping out the flip phone to take the photo.
Oh, yes, which is another important note that we're getting pranks this episode.
Oh, this is so great, and the fact that there's historic prank wars between the brothers alluded to is so great.
I'm so into that. And then I wrote perkeister, which by the way, what does that mean? But what's the full line?
So. This is the best part. Okay, so first of all, this line starts with, let me guess, streaming live from mom's basement.
Yes.
And then Sam laughs at that because obviously it's a little funny. And then Dean goes, these kind of people, something along the line, I write down the full line, these kind of people wouldn't know a real ghost if it bit them in the persqueeter.
Yeah, persqueeter, yeah.
And the best part is this subtitles have persqueeter in quotations because the subtitles are like, this is a made up word.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Persqueeter. You're like, are you 75 years old, Dean? Who says persqueeter?
Yeah, so they go to this house, they do some investigating, and they bump into what will in the future be known as the Ghost Facers.
Hold on. So the part after this is they go talk to all the teens.
Oh, that's right.
Yes, they go. That happens before.
Okay, they go and talk to all the teens in what you described as a very Richard Linklater-esque scene.
It's so Bernie, which I kind of love because
it's like cutting in between each of them, kind of delivering a piece of information that they flow and then they overlap.
Yes, and they all say the girl had different colored hair.
Yeah,
it's very
and they goes,
fun.
well, who told you about all this? And then they're all together and they go, Thurston.
And you're like, of course.
Then they go to
my dream job at
the
cool
record shop.
Store.
You're right. Yeah, that does happen first. So they go to the record shop. And they talk to this crap head dude, and Dean's looking through some records, and he's like, whatever. He notes a record.
Yes. And then the guy kind of gives them the story.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I'm too scared to ever go back to the house again. And and he tells them that it's Mordecai Murdoch is the name of this guy, and that he was a farmer in the 30s, and he he knew that him and his children were starving, and so instead of letting them all die slowly of starvation, he just lost his mind and killed all of them and then himself.
Yeah, which is such a cliche, right? Which is the first hint.
Well, my cousin told me that this house is haunted by the guy, and you're like, right.
Again, it's an episode about urban legends starting.
Yes.
Anyways, that happens. Then we get to them investigating the house. They're not really finding much of anything other than the symbols. They take note of a few of them.
And they take note that they're getting EMF, but they're disregarding it because they're right next to, what is it called? Like the tower. The power tower. What is it called?
We're calling it the power tower. So
whatever it is.
They open a door and the Hellhounds Lair .com guys, future ghost facers, are there and they freak out.
It's so great.
They have all this crap on their face and this camera, and they're like, "Dude, you just ruined a take."
It's so great. And Harry and Ed.
Yeah, Harry and Ed. But the thing I love about this scene is how immediately both Sam and Dean are like, "All right, we're gonna fuck with these guys."
Oh yeah.
So they just mess with them.
The guy's going, we're professionals.
Yeah, and they trying to explain to them EMF. They're just like, "What is that?"
And like calling them amateurs.
Yeah, it's so funny.
It's hysterical.
It's that brotherly thing of like, all right, I know we're about to start a prank war with each other, but I ain't fucking with these guys.
It's deeply, we're getting the fun aspect of their sibling relationship, which is the most true of all sibling relationships, which I will mess with you so hard, but if we find a different target for us to group up on, we will be doing so.
Very much. Yeah, it's I love that. They decide to shag ass out of there.
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly what happens in this.
They go do some more research to go find out on the house, and they get an
Oh, that's right. They walk out of the library, and you were like, they filmed there, and I was like, baby, they just hung a sign.
And you're like, honey, they film in Vancouver.
Yeah, they didn't move to fly to Texas for that shot.
But it still made me happy because I was like, yeah, that's where I grew up.
Yeah.
And then Sam gets Dean with a great prank.
Yeah, where he messes with all the wiring in the Impala, so all the windshield wipers go off and it turns and it honks.
It's like blaring.
Which, by the way, don't ever mess with Dean's car. Sam's a very brave man.
Yes.
But before that, when they're getting in the car, a line I really like is easy. I say we find ourselves a bar and some beers and leave the legends to the locals.
It's so great.
Really good line.
It's fun. I like a vacation time Dean.
Yes.
He's a fun guy to be around. I would love to catch a beer with him.
Prank happens and we get our second group of kids going out to this this house. And the reflection shot, and one girl's dared to go in the cellar. She goes in the cellar. There's this shot of a reflection where she walks, and then it's just like kind of a little bit of a play on that cliche reflection shot. Just turned out well. It looked good.
Yeah.
Good spooky moment, and she is killed with an axe.
Yeah, she's hung up.
Oh, is she hung up?
She's hung up.
You're right. She is killed with rope.
Crazy way to put that.
Which, by the way, is a great kill because he strings her up and pulls. He does the
creepy coming out from behind her.
And we get
a
pretty good look at him. Yeah. At this point, he looks really spooky and scary.
He's really creepy.
I'm into this.
And it's very sad. And
then, it's tragic. But then Sam and Dean stumble upon them pulling the body out, and they essentially, we missed something.
You're like, ooh. And the guy out front is like, yeah, she killed herself, and she had a full ride to UT, University of Texas mentioned. Hey-o.
So I think it's like, I don't know if it's the next night or later that night, but they're trying to get into the house.
Oh, with the really fun fade from day to night shot.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, it's a very cool shot where it's like this up, looking down at the house, and it just fades
it's
to
really
night.
Fun. I love when they get fun with their little transitions.
Yeah, it's great. So that happens. Sam and Dean are crouched in the bushes. The cops are patrolling because they don't want any more kids to go in. How are they going to get in? Lo and behold, our two dummies walk up.
So
full
funny.
gear, like
they're like talking and full, but like they're not trying to be stealthy.
Yeah, all their gears rattling around, and then Dean just goes, "Ghostbusters!" And
he goes, "Who you gonna call?"
Yeah. And they get chased away by the cops, and Sam and Dean book it inside. Yep. They pull out the rock salt shotguns. They go looking. Another very funny line is when they're in the cellar. Dean is looking at the jars of
Satan's vegetables. Right?
Yeah, the jars of Satan's vegetables. He goes, "Hey Sam, I dare you to take a swig of this." I love you, Dean, so much.
And then Sam goes, "No," and Dean goes, Double Dare.
Yes, the Double Dare.
It's so dumb.
It's so good. They start looking. There's a fake out as they pull open a thing.
There's
and
a
mouse there. And Dean's like, I hate mice. Like, would you prefer to be a ghost? And Dean just goes, yes.
It's so ridiculous. I love this kind of like funny, like Dean sees the weirdest stuff and then he's still vaguely squeamish about things.
Yeah.
You're like, my brother in Christ, that's a mouse.
That's your life, dude. It's good stuff.
It's great. I also love that this is an audio medium, but the way they hold their like pistol and flashlight like cops, like the way cops are trained to do
like
it.
a tactical way.
Yeah, tactical. Thank you. That's the word I'm looking for. I just love, again, I love small details that they've been trained their whole life and know how to do things and search and.
Well, so then we get a pretty good scare, maybe the biggest scare of the episode, I should say. Like not the biggest like moment or anything, but the biggest scare of the episode as we realize that Mordecai has just been behind Sam for a while. Like Sam kind of shifts and then you see him raise his arms and you're like, oh no, one of my favorite things in horror is when something's in the frame and you don't know it yet.
So spooky.
Really cool. That they start blasting this thing with rock salt and it has no effect whatsoever. They get out of there. They're so confused why a spirit wasn't affected by rock salt at all.
He's also red-eyed, which is
and his eyes are red now, which is very cool touch. They have to figure out the rest of this. What's going on?
Yeah, and then the hellhoundslair.com fellows roll back up after losing the cops for a little bit.
Yeah,
and they have one of my favorite lines of the episode, which is I think it's Harry talking to Ed. I think Harry's the one with the glasses. And he goes, let's find our center and get some work done, which I think is...
yeah.
And then they see, Sam and Dean hauling ass out of there and being chased by Mordecai. And they go, sweet Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, yeah. They get the great shot through the doorway as Mordecai kind of like vanishes back holding the axe because he can't leave the house. Because, and this is the biggest part about this episode I think is really cool is it is about jumbled lore.
Yes.
It's about like, look, there's a million versions of the same story.
Yeah.
And this is all about Sam and Dean are confused why rock salt didn't work. They're confused why he had an axe, not a rope, and why he even attacked them because they're men. And then Dean's like, well, at least I am. In true Dean like, fashion. Right as always.
It's great. It's supernatural telephone.
Yeah. Oh, very, very much. Yeah. So, and then I in my own notes, because I try to make myself laugh, I note that this is a bit of a jump ahead, but I'm going to talk about it now. The next prank is
itching
powder in the clothes. And my note is just, man, all because of a prank gone wrong, because we find out that Thurston and his cousin were pranking them.
Yes.
Pranking his friends. They got there early. They painted all these symbols, one of which was real and one of which was
Blue Oyster Cult.
Blue Oyster Cult.
It's the Blue Oyster Cult logo.
Yeah, Dean has been the whole episode been like, he's literally drawing it on a pad.
He's like, I know it means something.
Yeah, he's one step away from being Charlie Day.
Charlie Day.
Yeah, he's one step away from being Charlie Day, and It's Always Sunny, where he's like, I've almost figured it out.
Which is what our board is also
the big board.
Based on. Also, it's just a great cousin activity to fake a haunting.
Yes,
together.
it's true. But they draw one real symbol, not realizing what it is, and
Yes.
it's essentially, like you said, kind of like a telephone. Like it channels this thought, and because the Ghost Facers posted real footage on their website, it way blasted up the number of views it got, which means way more people believed in this. So the lore started changing.
Yes.
How do you kill something that isn't a traditional spirit?
It is a tulpa. So,
Yeah.
which is mentioned when, again, in the aforementioned, Dean walks back into the motel room and Sam is in the shower and he's like, hell yeah, time to put itching powder on his clothes.
Yeah.
Also, Sam walks out looking fine as
kind of
hell.
peaked thus far this season. Peak Jared.
Oh,
hotness.
and you're like, whoa. Usually your shirt is on. Anyways, but no. So Sam figures out that the creature is a tulpa.
Yeah.
Which is they say it was originally made by Tibetan monks who had this special symbol, and they all prayed really hard and meditated and created this creature.
Yeah.
And that's what they've done now because they use the cousin's like theology book in her Tibetan symbol.
Not realizing what it is. So they find that out, the itching powder, and then they kind of start hatching up a scheme. And that scheme is to fake a story
Yes.
for how to kill Mordecai to the hellhoundslair.com
Yes.
losers.
Take advantage of their quote 10,000 web surfers, which is another great
hilarious
2005ism of 10,000 web surfers.
Yeah. So we cut to them in their mobile home.
Yes. Sorry, hold on. I have to go back because we missed one of the best lines of this whole episode when they're in this diner and Sam is like itching all over and he's explaining the Tulpa to Dean and Dean goes, people believe in Santa Claus. How come I'm not getting hooked up every Christmas? Yes. And Sam goes, because you're a bad person.
So funny.
Because you're a bad person. Anyways, it's the way he throws it away before
one of my
finishing
notes
the
is just
sentence.
Dean pranks kill. So stupid. I got really into the prank thing.
But yeah, so basically and then
then
Dean
but they call it a thought form, which I also
Yes.
think is really cool.
it's basically the equation is Tibetan symbol plus power of thought equals a tulpa.
Yes.
And then Dean also gets off a great line here of how the hell are we supposed to kill an idea?
Yeah. So do they go visit them first? And
Yes,
okay.
and we get to see the Hellhound's Lair guys on their
which
own
is
for a
which
little
is
bit.
an RV. They're in there. They're glasses man's trying to talk sensible man into going back to the house. He's like, I won't do it, which gives us just a great line, which is, what would Buffy do? I know, Ed, but she's stronger than me.
It's so great. And earlier when he's like talking about it, he's like, why they're gonna do this? Fame, money, sex.
Yeah.
With girls.
With girls. Yeah, that's so
he
good.
like leans back. into-
Those two have explored each other's bodies.
Yes.
We're in full agreement on
I
that.
have the line Ed is doing a Richard Dreyfuss and Jaws impression.
Yeah.
Am I like wrong? Am I wrong to say this glasses guy is doing
little
kind
bit.
of a okay? Like I don't know what it is, but there's something about this like
You're not wrong. I don't know if that's intentional or not. That's just
It's
how
probably not, but it makes me laugh.
Anyway, so we get this great moment where Sam and Dean get there and they're like, fine, we won't tell you what we dug up. It was really hard. And they run off. And then they're like, no, wait, tell us. And they're getting mad at him. And Sam has this fun. Dean's like, I'm going to kick both your asses. And Sam's like, stop. I mean, you could probably bitch slap both of them.
So ridiculous.
Which is wild.
So
Which is, by the way, bitch slap's not a great term. But
no, but it's
in the early 2000s, spoken by Sam Winchester, I can't help but kind of like it.
It's so funny. It's an incredibly ridiculous episode.
It is. This episode's hysterical.
And then they
So they plant this idea that Mordecai can be killed with like a special iron rod bullets.
Yes.
So that they can go in and just shoot him.
Yeah.
Then they scurry off and they go, wait, no, don't walk so fast. They'll think we're excited. And
It's
he's like
so
sprinting back
ridiculous.
because they're like, we'll tell you, but you got to take down that video is the thing.
Yes.
And Sam and Dean play them like a fiddle. This is one of their better plans. It doesn't work, but it's one of their better plans.
It's so funny. And then this is leading up to a moment that made us both cry laugh. But they go sit in this diner and they're kind of just sitting around waiting for the website to update with the new story so they can, kill the Tulpa and everything. And Sam gets off another prank of super gluing Dean's hand to the beer bottle. And then Dean keeps trying to like pull on this clock, which they then apparently steal in broad daylight from this diner to use as a distraction.
Yeah.
And then they break into the house again, which gets. I think you wrote down. I wrote down just what the joke was, but I think you wrote down the actual line.
Yeah. So Dean has had this thing glued. He's clearly gotten it off, and he's holding a gun. His hand hurts, and so he goes, "I barely have any skin left on my hand." And Sam kind of pauses and goes, "I'm not touching that line with a 10-foot pole." Hysterical, bro.
We had to like pause and laugh.
Only two brothers could be making that particular joke in this particular
so
moment.
Funny.
So then the fucking ghost facers show back up.
It's
The Hellhound's
so
Lair guys show
ridiculous.
back up. They shoot at Mordecai and it doesn't work. Mm-hmm. There's a moment of pause. They're like, what, didn't you put that story up on your site? They're like, well, yeah, but our server crashed. And they're like, so these are useless. And they literally just put them away. They're like, there's no point.
So funny.
They're
They're all getting beat up. They're having Scooby-Doo moments.
chased around. Sam saves them from being cornered. He's like, get out of here. And they just leave him.
Hilarious.
Dean comes in. Sam and Dean get out. It's a good little action scene.
It's great.
Again, I like how Mordecai looks. He's spooky, untraditional ghost for the show. It's cool. Dean takes the kill here.
Yes.
So this is now Sam 4, Dean 8.
Yes.
He's pulling ahead again.
With a quick and dirty kill here.
With a quick and dirty on the fly kill you because he literally just this is funny. The Route 666, Dean gives you figure it out. Now Dean has to figure it out.
Yeah.
Because they just light the house on fire because they're like,
Yeah.
if he can't leave the house, there's no house for him to leave.
Yeah. Dean's like, it's quick and dirty, but it works.
Yeah, and so they have an argument about this, and I like this exchange where it's like, well, what if they change the lore so he can leave the house? And Dean just goes, I guess we'll have to come back. Like, really good.
It's
I'm into
great.
it.
And you're like, wow, I wish they had gone back. But we get this great line here too of Of all the things we hunted, how many existed just because people believed in them?
It's a good line.
It's great. Thank you, Sam.
Thank you, Sam.
Thank you, Sam. Love you, baby. Love you.
They they go talk to the Hellhound's Lair people, and they're like all super arrogant, like we got a call from a movie producer. So their house is loaded up, their car's crazy.
Option for a book deal, and they're even gonna let us write the RPG. And Dean's like, "What is that?"
Yeah.
And he's like,
"They're being total douches about this." They drive away. They kind of walk off, and they're like, "Can we call a truce on this prank thing?" He's like, "Well, I got to come clean about something."
Yeah, and Sam's like,
Sam, I called them.
I called them. I pretended, and Dean's like, "Wow."
Dean laughs.
Well, I put the dead fish in their backseat.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. So they agreed to a truce for the next 100 miles on their prank war, concluding what is just such a great filler episode, which is a great Monster of the Week episode.
It's just really fun. It explores kind of a creature that we wouldn't necessarily know about already.
Yeah, and it just makes more sense to do in an episode like this where we're playing a lot more with fun. We had a really heavy episode, and then now we're getting a fun episode.
Yes.
As we lead into the last 5 episodes of the season.
Yes. And we get introduced to characters who will show up again later to great applause from both of us.
Oh, absolutely. We eat these guys up. I would watch this a million
spin-off
times.
win.
Yeah, true. I mean, true. I would still watch the spin-off.
But yeah.
Anyway, any other things we missed? This is an incredibly fun episode. I'm sure we missed a ton of funny things.
I don't think so. Mostly just that it's just a really fun, great episode that I greatly enjoyed and had fun with.
Alrighty, then we are moving on to best line.
I'm torn, so I want you to go first.
Mine's I'm not touching that line with a 10-foot pole. Hysterical. It's not it's not the most deep line, and it requires a setup, but it's hilarious hysterical to me. I don't care.
Mine is gonna have to be, of all the things we hunted, how many existed just because people believed in them.
Great line.
But my runner-up is people believe in Santa Claus. How I'm not getting hooked up every Christmas because you're a bad person.
You're a bad person. Good stuff. Best kill. There's only one again.
2.
1.
The girl and Mordecai?
Oh, Mordecai. But does Mordecai die, or is he... There's two.
We're giving Dean the kill.
You're right. There's two. For me, it's girl in the basement.
It's girl getting hung in the
That
basement.
is genuinely freaky to me.
Very spooky.
So that's that.
But yeah, Sam 4, Dean 8.
What a good 1-2 on the episodes. I'm really into both of these. I am very excited as we're approaching the end of the season. I don't remember most of the episodes that are coming.
I'm sure the moment you say the names, I'll kind of.
I'm sure you will.
But...
I remember the last episode pretty well.
Yeah.
Maybe even the last 2 pretty well. But anyway,
I remembered a line from the finale today that pissed me off so bad just thinking about it. John Winchester, when I catch you.
I know you hate John Winchester.
I hate that man.
Anyway, you have 1 week to watch the next 2 episodes, which are Something Wicked and Provenance. You're very excited.
I think I know the next one.
This is good. I'm very excited to watch these.
Provenance does not ring a bell at all. So
I love this show. I'm having the time of my life rewatching it. Anyway, between now and then, you know what you have to do. Watch some TV, get your journal, hit the road, but remember, you know what's out there. Be afraid of the dark.